What's good, everybody? Welcome to the video. As you saw by the title and the thumbnail, this is how you approach people and have better conversations. So understand from the start that these people are just as nervous as you. These people are just as nervous as you, bro. 9 times out of 10, nothing bad will ever happen in a conversation. Nothing bad will ever happen in a conversation except the things that happen in your mind. So when you are nervous to go talk to somebody, it's all a mental game. And it all comes down to how you play it. So for me, when I started with this and I had to approach people, like it was so bad to the point where at work, I would have to go give a tour or something, right? And I just literally have to go up to these people and be like, hey, nice to meet you, I'm Gage. Let me take you on a tour. That was hard for me. I couldn't not fumble a word. I just did it. A word. Like I could not fumble a word. And these people it was so embarrassing at the start, being open like that to somebody that you didn't know straight in the door, right? But what it came down to was feeling comfortable with myself, feeling comfortable with the confidence I had that I could have that conversation if I needed to. And it takes a while to gain. It's not something that's built overnight. It's not something that you can just obtain just from living. You have to put yourself in uncomfortable conversations to grow. In different rooms, in different areas, you have to. One thing that really helped me was just complimenting people, just learning to compliment people. Anybody I'd walk through that when I saw them would make me nervous, be like, hey bro, I like your shirt, or hey, I like your shoes, or hey, you look good today, just something like that. You know what I'm saying? Something to spark a conversation, because most of the time they're gonna say thank you so much, or if it's older people, they'll for sure start a conversation. Younger people, we kind of weird, but there's still some younger people that start a conversation. But the point of it is to learn to get your words out without stumbling, to get your words out without fumbling your speech. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people struggle with this and you'll never even know it. And pretty much anybody you'll ever talk to has struggled with some sort of public speaking. I don't know about y'all, but in high school we always had to do a class. And we learned a lot about people by how well they did in that class. You feel me? If they went up there and they aced it, they're pretty confident, right? They're pretty confident to talk to people. But then there was always those people that went up there and they was red, dog. They was red out the gate. But you can always fix it. It just starts by you doing stuff. And you realize that most of those people that were confident were either popular, so they were always talking to people, or they were just confident in themselves. They were always complimenting people. They were giving speeches and class ceremonies, over the intercom, whatever. They were just good talkers, because it's all practice. Anything you do with speech is going to be practice. For instance, a real world example, when I started filming on a camera, I was terrible, bro. I'm still not the best, but learning how to speak and learning how to practice your words and your tone is going to be what helps you approach people. Because it's all an art to it. You can't just walk up to someone all stuttery and it's all energy, bro. And you gotta have confident energy. And whether it means just going up to people, just sparking conversations, compliments, talking to people on the phone. It's still hard to talk on a phone, especially if it's to someone new. If you ever have a job and you gotta answer the phone, bro, first couple of times you're gonna be a little hurt trying to find the words until you get used to it. But once that break-in period passes you're good to go. You know that anxiety doesn't mess with you anymore. Just like anything, it's all anxiety. It's all what you're fumbling around in your brain. So it comes down to doing the work, man, getting the reps. Getting the reps, building your confidence, knowing who you are as a person, and knowing you're just there to help, or you just there reciprocating good energy all the time. I've got to the point where when you talk to people and they have negative energy, just learn to just smile and walk away. The worst thing that will ever happen to you in a social interaction, for the most part, is some sort of negative message coming back. You can always just smile and say, have a good day. And 9 times out of 10, they're not going to say anything else. If you go up to someone that you like and you just say, hey, I'm Gage, nice to meet you, they're not going to be like, hey, fuck off. You know what I'm saying? They're not just going to be like that. They're going to be like, oh, okay, like, hey, nice to meet you. I'm blah, blah, blah. The same thing back. And then from there, that's when you just got to know how to talk. But that's always an opener. No matter what conversation, meeting somebody the first time, they'll always meet you for the most part, unless you just meet someone crazy. But that doesn't happen a lot. So do the reps, man. Be confident in yourself. And just realize you will get better. You will get better. But we out, man. Hope y'all like, subscribe this video, because I'm keeping my energy as pure as possible in these videos. So I hope you can see that. And we out. Peace.